People don't check their mailboxes as often as they used to. But today I'm going to share why a lot of churches still use direct mail as part of their evangelism marketing strategy. Hello, it's Larry Witzel again with another ministry insight from SermonView. Hey, if you found these messages valuable, will you subscribe to the channel? And if you find one particularly helpful, give it a thumbs up, share, leave a comment. We'd really appreciate it. There was a time 25 years ago when churches could mail out like 30,000 brochures for evangelistic meetings, and they would see 120, 150, even 200 guests just from the mailing. Back in the late 1990s, response rates of 4 per 1,000 or more were quite common. So for example, if you sent out 10,000 brochures, you would see 40 or 50 or even 60 guests. Today, however, that response rate has dropped significantly to below 1 per 1,000. And the cost of direct mail has gone up as well. And this has led many churches to move away from direct mail simply because the cost per guest is so high. Furthermore, people don't check their mailbox as frequently as they used to. In 2006, one study showed that 98% of postal customers check their mailbox every day. But when I replicated that study last year as part of my PhD studies, that number had dropped from 98% to 60%. And among millennials and Gen Z, nearly half check their mailbox once a week or less. Mail just doesn't have the same influence as it used to. And yet, direct mail continues to be the marketing cornerstone for a lot of other churches. And the reason is simple. Direct mail is the only way to guarantee that someone in every home has an opportunity to respond to your message. Digital advertising can't do that. Banners and road signs can't do that. Billboards, bus ads, radio, television, none of these are certain to reach someone in every home. Only direct mail guarantees that someone in every home gets your invitation to the event. There's another reason direct mail is still effective. The physical mail piece offers some permanence. If I get something in the mail, I can leave it on the kitchen counter for my wife to see. The tactile aspect of mail makes the event seem more real, and you can take it with you in the car to help you find the location. But there's another statistical reason for using direct mail. One recent study from Liberty University compared the attendance rate for pre-registrations from various marketing channels. In other words, among people who pre-register for an event, what percentage actually attend? For people who pre-register from Facebook and Instagram advertising, only 5.9% actually came to the meeting. But for direct mail, that number is 45%, or almost 8 times that of social media advertising. So while churches didn't get as many pre-registrations from direct mail, those people were 8 times more likely to actually attend. And when you compare the dollars spent on social media advertising versus direct mail, the cost per attendee from direct mail was only a little bit higher than the cost per attendee from digital advertising. And because of this, we recommend that churches use both social media advertising and direct mail to promote the event. When these two methods are combined with YouTube advertising and outdoor ads like banners and road signs, we've seen really great results. Does it work as well as it did 25 years ago? Of course not. But it's still more effective than doing nothing. Now, here's some things to keep in mind if you're going to use direct mail as part of the marketing strategy for your next evangelistic event. You need to send the mail piece out sooner than you used to. I already mentioned that a lot of people check their mail once a week or less, so you have to account for that. 25 years ago, you could aim to have the mailer land in mailboxes on the Monday or Tuesday before the weekend of the meetings. But even if you could do that today, a large number of people won't even see your flyer until after the meetings start. But more than that, the U.S. Postal Mail System standards were recently changed, and while before it would take up to 5 days for a mail piece to move from the sectional facility into mailboxes, today those standards allow up to 8 days. Plus, the freight companies that deliver the mail pieces to the sectional facilities are taking a couple days more than they used to prior to the pandemic. And when you add that all up, we encourage churches to ship their mail to the sectional facility nearly 2 weeks sooner than they did before, just to compensate for delayed delivery and mail pickup by postal customers. Let me be frank. SermonView sends millions of mail pieces every year on behalf of churches, and it's by far the hardest thing that we do. I wish we could do away with direct mail entirely because it's a pain to deal with, but we can't in good conscience stop using direct mail because it still works. So if you're doing an evangelistic event, I encourage you to take another look at direct mail. If you want to see guests at your event, direct mail should still be part of your evangelism marketing strategy. Pastor, thank you for the work you do. I know you're pulled in so many different directions, and it's hard not to take the constant criticism personally. But where God calls, He equips. You're at this church at this time because He wants to work through you, and He'll give you the grace and the strength that you need today to do the work that He puts before you. I love you guys. I'm cheering for you, and I'll see you next time.